morning, everybody, and a very busy one at that. It is Tuesday, April 27th. I want to welcome you to CBS 2 News this morning at 6 and streaming on CBS in Los Angeles. I'm DeMarco Morgan.
And I'm Suzanne Marquez. We have an update on breaking news we've been following all morning long. A series of shootings in Exposition Park and a police standoff ended in Orange County. Police say the gunman randomly shot 3 people at 3 different locations in Exposition Park. USC alerted the community to stay out of the area after the shooting started shortly before 1 o'clock this morning. So far, we know 2 people have died. The 3rd victim has minor injuries, and the gunman also reportedly fired at but missed several other bystanders.
Well, Suzanne, that suspect also fired at officers during a police pursuit that ended in Anaheim. This is a live look right here at the scene on the westbound side of the 91 freeway near Raymond Avenue. CBS 2's Cara Finnstrom is live at the scene with a look at how it all ended. Cara, what a wild morning.
It has been a crazy morning. Sadly, a number of people have died. At this point, we don't know. We're waiting for confirmation from police as to whether the suspect may have been shot, may have shot himself, and what that suspect's condition is. Let's get right to a closer look of the scene here on the 91 freeway, which, as you just mentioned, is where all of this ended. SWAT officers, detectives remain out here. We did see an ambulance that was brought in leave earlier this morning. No lights and sirens. We don't know whether the suspect was in it. We also have some video that shows the suspect in his SUV during the standoff with police. Officers say he was wanted in 3 shootings, 2 of them deadly. We have video as well of that early morning chase. LAPD officers pursuing the suspect, who they considered armed and dangerous. As you mentioned, it is believed that he fired a number of times during the chase. That chase went onto the 60 and 57 freeways before ending on the 91 right here on the border of Anaheim and Fullerton. All right, take a look. Officers did corner the suspect's vehicle. They worked for more than an hour to get him to surrender, reportedly using loudspeakers at one point. He reportedly also rolled up and down his windows, continued moving around in the car. Ultimately, we did hear a series of bangs and pops before officers moved in. Authorities reportedly throwing tear gas into the vehicle. We could see the front and side windows were shattered. Here's part of what we heard just before the standoff appeared to end. DeMarco, Suzanne, still quite a scene out here this morning. The other big concern as all of this unfolded was traffic. Lots of folks hadn't heard about this before heading out the door. There were lots of cars, trucks coming through this very busy area, part of their morning commute, and officers were trying to clear them out of the area as this unfolded for their own safety. So behind us right now, we do know a number of officers remain in place, finalizing their investigation, gathering any remaining evidence, but everything appears to have ended as far as the standoff and the danger has passed. Just trying to clear everything up and button things up. Back to you.
And waiting to learn the condition of that suspect as well. Cara, thank you very much for that update. We appreciate it.
Meanwhile, police believe the suspect is connected to shootings at 3 different spots in Exposition Park. The first happened at Figueroa and Exposition, with 1 victim shot several times. The second at a Starbucks drive-thru at Figueroa and 28th. 1 person waiting in line was killed. At the 3rd at Figueroa and 7th, a driver was killed as well.
And our CBS 2's Tina Patel is live outside of that Starbucks where 1 person was killed. Tina, what do you have for us?
Well, investigators are inside the Starbucks right now, we believe, with employees and also family members of the man that was killed. His vehicle is still in the drive-thru. They have now put a tent and cover over it. We do not know if he is still in the car or not. We've not seen the coroner come just yet. Let's show you a little bit of video from earlier this morning. As you said, this was the second of 3 shootings that took place right around 1 a.m. And we do believe right now that these shootings were random. I had a chance to speak with family members of the man who was killed here at the Starbucks. They said he lived in the area. He was in his early 20s. They believe he was just going and getting a drink. They don't believe that the suspect came and knew him, that this was just a random attack. Shortly after the one here, as we said, another man in an Escalade down on Figueroa and 7th Street in the downtown area, he was shot in his vehicle. And we have now learned that there was a 3rd shooting shortly before these 2 down in Figueroa and Exposition. That driver was not injured, but we could see from video that it appears his windows were shattered and he was in the vehicle at the time when the shooting occurred. Now, as we come back out here live, investigators are trying to piece this together, figure out exactly why the suspect was in this area and why he may have opened fire when he did. As we said, this is an area that's close to USC, and they have put an alert out letting people know about the police activity at these two different crime scenes and asking people to avoid the area if possible this morning while investigators do their work. That's the very latest here in Exposition Park. We'll send it back to you.
And Tina, earlier you reported that that victim may have had a relative that worked at that Starbucks.
Yes, we are told that the young man who was killed here, that his sister actually is an employee at the Starbucks. Now, the family didn't know if she was working this shift and was here at the time, but we have been told that the whole family kind of lives in this area. They're very familiar with this. And of course, this is the last thing that they could think of happening here. We don't know exactly how many other people were working or were at the Starbucks at the time of the shooting, but unfortunately, it just seems like they were there at the wrong time when this driver just happened to come by and decide to open fire.